Hello everyone, welcome to my Mitsurugi, or my Ryu-ge Mitsurugi deck profile. This is an updated version of the list I did half a year ago. I got a request to do it, which is why I'm doing it, and I thought it'd be fun. I thought it'd be fun to revisit this. This deck has a lot of changes it's gone through since then, so I don't mind making a video update for it, so let's get into it. For the Ryu-ge engine, it is pretty much identical, not even pretty much, it is identical to the version we played then. So it's 3 Mistva, 3 Rising, and 3 Melody. I like this. We aren't playing the Warzone as a starter for reasons I went over in the original video, but basically, I just wanted more space more than anything else, but also it's like only 3 more starters for the deck, and it is 1 more brick. So I didn't think it was worth it. But this engine's good. This engine's good. All these cards are good. Weirdly enough, these are arguably our weakest starters because there's a new Link monster that allows us to bridge that allows us to bridge our Mitsu lines into our Ryu-ge lines. Theoretically, we need a few extra bodies, so like a normal summon might be needed of like a hand trap, but it does kind of get us there, which is crazy. So Ryu-ge is a lot more accessible through those, which is why I also feel more comfortable not playing as many starters for it. Then we've got the 1 Warzone. Not much to say here. Unfortunately, this card does kind of become a brick in a world where you don't play the extra stuff for it. But it's not terrible as like an extender. If your Mistva gets popped or something, you can just activate this and then keep playing. Then got 2 Anva. Same ratios as the last video because this version of the deck really doesn't need 3 Anva. To be honest, I probably been putting 3 Anva in too many lists. Rewatching that video made me realize, yeah, I probably don't need to play 3 Anva in most of these lists, other than like the ones that actively have synergy with it, and this one doesn't, so yeah. After that, we've got 2 Emva, 2 Hakva, and 1 Kaiva. These are very, very standard. Need to play 2 of these because you don't want to brick on them. Ironically. And then Kaiva can shuffle itself back, which is why you can play 1 of it. After that, we've got our 3 realms. You gotta, I think, play all these so that your Ryu-ge combo isn't bad. Even at the time of making this video, the Ryu-ge combo didn't always get you there through something like a Mitsurugi combo, just because it struggles to interact with that. So I really think you need all these cards just to make sure your combo is good enough. And also because it makes the drawn main deck Ryu-ge not as bad. And then 1 Ryu-ge Rivalry, super important for layering your end board. Very good card. After that, we've got our Mitsu engine, which this has changed quite a bit. Mitsu has gone through a lot of innovation since last time I made that video. After all, I think that video came very fresh off of the cards coming out. Now people have kind of figured out what the optimal ratios for these cards are, and these are as follows. 3 Habakiri, 3 Prayers, 3 Pre-Prep, and 1 Murakumo, 1 Saji, 1 Ritual, and 1 Mirror. So these 9 are our starters, and then Murakumo, Saji, Ritual, and Mirror are all cards you don't really want to draw. I wouldn't call them bricks, other than Saji's definitely a brick, but everything else here is like fine to draw, just not good. But this engine's crazy. You should know this by now. These cards are unbelievable. And what's really nice is because of the new Link monster, which we will get into when we get into the extra deck, these cards can actually get us to Ryu-ge combo. Because my only real complaint with them is that unless you want to play a million bricks, these cards don't produce a very strong end board by themselves. But in pretty much any hand I open that doesn't have Ryu-ge combo but has these guys, I should probably be able to also get to Ryu-ge combo. So that's cool. There's not really like 1-card combos that get into Ryu-ge combo from Mitsurugi, but a lot of 2-card combos. Like literally, I think just opening a hand trap that you can normal summon gets you there. So like 1.5 card combos galore. After that, we've got the new level 1 fairy engine. We have cut both voiceless and melodious because we kind of got an engine that does what both of those did, which is the Sulfachord cards. 3 Promoa, 3 Happiness, and 1 Solfagia and 1 Cutia. These cards do everything the Melodious engine did and the Voiceless engine did. You played the Voiceless engine to bridge into Ryu-ge off of your Diviner, and you played Melodious because they were really strong. It was a really strong engine that gave you a lot higher ceiling that bridged into all of your engines. Sulfur does all of that by itself. Because of that new Link monster, we can also bridge a searched Ryu-ge Mistva into a Mitsurugi combo, which is crazy. So this also represents Mitsu. So this represents Mitsu, Sulfur and Ryu-ge combo, which is crazy. It has the same amount of starters. It's even got a crazy power spell in Happiness, which is arguably just as good as Asanato. Just phenomenal cards. These are so good. And notably, Promoa, which is your main starter other than Happiness, is a level 1 fairy. So you can get it off of Diviner when it's tributed. So it just does everything you wanted those 2 engines to do, but better. I love these cards. After that, we've got our 3 Diviner to round out our main engine. Diviner's still the craziest starter in the deck. It just does everything without hassle. I'd say the only starter that maybe contests it is Diviner, because Happiness, because Happiness is also an extender. But Diviner's insane. It's this and Promoa as your main normal summons. And I will say, with these and the Sulfur stuff, the deck feels way cleaner now without having to play those cards. And the Melodious cards. Not that the Melodious cards... Actually, no, the Melodious cards were good, but the deck does feel like both... It just feels more condensed and clean, which is shown in the fact that we actually have 18 non-engine slots in this list, which is so much better than the original. We've got 3 Triple Tactics Thrust for power spells, and 1 Talents, 1 Crossout, and 1 Called By. All these are really good. I have no real complaints with any of these. Thrust was really good in the original list for the same reasons it's good in this list. It gets you to all of your engines. It's actually better now because this can now get us into pre-prep, which is full Mitsu combo. So Thrust actually got better. The only downside with Thrust is just that it's kind of weird right now. But this card's really good in this deck, so I don't mind it. Thrust, or Talents, is a great get off of Thrust and is just a good card. Crossout's super important for dealing with Fua if we start with like Sulfur engine, or Droll if we have any of our other engines, right? Or just in general. It's just very good at beating Droll. And Called By is there for the same reason. Droll is probably the biggest #1 enemy of this list. It's why earlier this week I showed off the Yummy Ryu-ge list, because I think that is the best build into Droll. It's why I do think that build is better than this build, but if you want like a budget version of that deck, this deck is pretty budget. None of the engines I've shown off are super expensive. I don't think the Mitsu cards are super expensive anymore. And even then, the expensive cards are Ritual and Murakumo, and you only need 1 of each. So this deck's real cheap. Then we got the staples, the hand traps, the 3 Fua, the 3 Droll, the 3 Ash, and the 3 Bell. I think all these cards are really good right now. Bell and Ash are for beating Draco Tail, and Bell is also just good in a bunch of matchups. Fua is the best card in the game right now, probably, and Droll is insane into Mitsuyami. So, yeah, like all these cards. And then on to the extra deck, we've got for our Ryu-ge cards, or I should say card, we're running the 1 Verudros, very standard. You need it for your end board. Then we've got the 1 Kulia and the 1 Beyond the Pendulum. These are super important for all your Soulful Cord plays. Kulia is an Omni Negate, which is crazy, so you can set up an Omni Negate before you really commit to anything else. This deck actually puts up quite a few negates between this, another card we'll get into later, the Murakumo Hand Rip Negate, and the Verudros. This deck has a lot of negation. And then for our other mandatory links, we've got 1 Ashland U1000, 1 Dynamondo, 1 IP, and 1 SP. Ashland U1000 is the card I was referring to when I was talking about the card that bridges all of our engines together. it basically reveals a ritual in your hand, and then you add a ritual with a different type and attribute from your deck to your hand. Mistva has a different type and attribute to Habakiri, and Habakiri is the same way. So if you have either of those two in your hand, you can make this, reveal one of them, and then search the other one, which is crazy. The only big downside to this card is you have to make it with two monsters with different types and attributes, which can be kind of really annoying. It's not too difficult. Like with Soulful Cord, you can use Beyond the Pendulum in one of your Soulful Cord names. With Mitsu, you would just have to like link into something like Dynamondo and then use another like normal summon to do it. But it can be annoying, for sure. That's like by far the worst part about this card. But otherwise, this card's crazy. I believe it also has an interruption effect. Yeah, if you ritual summon, you can target a face-up card your opponent controls and return it to the hand, which means you can end on this guy. I believe when Mistva summons himself, it is treated as a ritual summon. So you could end on this guy, and when you technically ritual summon Mistva, it will count, and you can then bounce a card to hand, which is very funny. Dynamondo is really good for beating Droll in Mitsurugi. If you can't get to prayers, this just lets you get there. You can go Habakiri get Saji get Ritual, then they Droll you, and then you can go Ritual summon Murakumo from deck. And then any normal summon allows you to then link in a Dynamondo and then have the Murakumo board wipe on your opponent's turn. And then IPSP are just really good cards on both the Soulful Cord side of things and the Mitsurugi side of things. Really good for both ends. After that, we've got we got the one Herald for Diviner. And then we've got the number 90 and the Dingirsu as generic rank 8s for our Mitsu engine. Number 90 is really good. We are going to typically be making this before we do our other combos to insulate them. And then Dingirsu is just good removal going second. It protects all of our board from destruction, which can be really nice. Just a very nice, good card. After that, we've got some generic links. I say generic, they're not necessarily generic, but they're just good stuff links. We've got one access code, one Exceed the Pendulum, one Underworld Goddess, and one Gravity Controller. I'm just on these because I had space. This X extra is super not tight. You can honestly cut these for like a Super Poly package or an Ultimate Slayer package or Fallen and the Virtuous package. You can do a lot. Like, this deck has a ton of room in the extra deck to do a bunch of different things. If you really wanted to, you could play Warzone as a starter, cut down on some non-engine or something, and then play, like, the Jirac stuff or the, what is the other one? The, like, Buster Whelp into Seals line. Like, there's a bunch. Or, like, Snake Eyes Vengeance Dragon. You have a ton of options. That's the list. I'll now get into the one-card Diviner combo like we did last time, only now it's a little different. I could also do one-card Promoa combo because it does very similar things, but I want to show off what makes this deck unique to like a different build of this deck. We're going to go normal Diviner, Diviner effect, send Herald. Herald's effect will trigger, allowing us to search a ritual monster or ritual spell. We're going to grab our Habakiri. Habakiri, reveal to summon Saji. Then Tribute Diviner. Then we'll go Chain 1 Diviner, Chain 2 Saji. We'll summon, or we'll search Ritual from deck, and then we'll summon Promoa from deck. Promoa will trigger, allowing us to search a Soulful Cord card. We're going to grab Soulful Cord Happiness. And then we're going to go Ritual to summon Murakumo from deck. Tributing the Habakiri. Habakiri will trigger, allowing us to search a Mitsurugi card. We'll get the Mitsurugi Mirror. Activate Mirror to summon the Habakiri from grave, tributing the Murakumo. It'll trigger Murakumo, allowing us to search our Mitsurugi prayers and then summon himself back. And then I will Xyz with both of these to make number 90. If they were to ever nib us there, we If they were to nib us right there, we would still have the happiness in hand, so we could keep extending, so we'd be fine. From there, we'll go Soulful Chord Happiness. We'll say we discard just any random card in our hands. We're likely to have other cards in our hand, you know, in an opening hand. Crazy. We'll get Cutia, we'll get Solfegia. We'll then special the Cutia. Cutia effect to search our Promoa. We'll then link 2 for Beyond the Pendulum. Beyond the Pendulum will pay 12 to search out... Actually, sorry. No, this is correct. No, it's not. Here, I'm right. We're going to link, instead of linking off the... We're going to leave one of our Soulful Chords on board. We're going to link off the Saji for the Beyond the Pendulum. That's going to search us out our Mistva. The reason we do it like this is because we want to, after searching Mistva, we want to be able to link immediately into Kulia, which is going to allow us to play around our opponent's theoretical Nibiru on there. Like, if they want to nib us, they have to do it right there. Yes, we have number 90, but, like, it beats Imperm Nib, which is, if you can do it, you should do it. We'll then scale 2, and then we'll pen, then we'll link 3 into Kulia. We'll then pen summon 1, 2, and then trigger Promoa to add itself back. We'll then link 2 for IP Masquerena. Next, we'll go scale Mistva, and then we'll go Mistva effect, pop to search Warzone. We'll then go Warzone, searching Kaiva, Hakva, Emva. We will add Hakva, banish Kaiva, send Emva. And then we'll go Hakva, banish itself to search Wyrmwinds. And then we'll go Warzone, summon Hakva, Emva, and Onva. We'll then activate Wyrmwinds and then bottom deck Wyrmwinds with Hakva's effect to search out a copy of Ryu-ge Rivalry. Then set the Rivalry, and then we will Ixies with these two to make our Verudras. We'll then set the prayers, and we will pass here. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 from the Murakumo hand rip, 8, and then that'll summon Onva from deck, which will pop a card, and then trigger Mistva to summon itself, tributing the Hakva, and then popping the Onva and the Verudras. So that'll be, and then getting 2 realms, so that'll be 9, 10, and then Onva would be 11, and then Verudras would be 12. So this is a 12 interruption board. It is very funny. I believe in the last video I said the strongest board we ever made was that Yummy 1-card combo. This is stronger. Not by much, but it is stronger. So really fun to innovate on this deck. Really happy to do it. I think this deck isn't the best version of Ryu-ge, but I think it's a very valid version. I think this build is super scary. If you don't have a droll to beat this deck, good luck. You open like you open all 3 of your engines, and your opponent is not winning the game. You just win. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed. Stay tuned for more videos. I know I said in the update video I was going to do 2 videos a week. I might start doing 3. I might do 2 TCG and 1 Genesis. Just because I have a lot of decks to build. A lot of profiles to show. So, why not? Anyway, I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.